guys? Welcome to another CYBL today. I'm here, Daniel, with our co-host Alan, and we're here ready. We're halfway through the season.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Alan. Man,
Good season.
some of the things we've seen so far, man. How do you feel about this point now? As we're about to be, we got 1 week off, and then we're into game 4. How do you feel so far?
I feel like everyone's just getting into the groove a little bit. So actually having this week off is going to be interesting to see how everyone comes back from that.
Yeah,
I'm really curious because I just felt like everyone was starting to kind of feel out their teams, mesh. There's a lot of new people or new to each other teams, right? So I don't know, man. This is by far for me the most interesting season. I wonder who's gonna take it. Still, I'm not
say
like
that every season,
even, but like
I
like I say, like last season, I felt like, oh yeah, Knights got it, but like looking at it right now, like I don't feel like Knights got it, even though they're 3-0. Like, look at their wins; they've never been like
tight wins. If you look at their point differential here, it's a 7-point differential between points for and points against.
Wow, that's close.
That means every single one of their wins has been like within 2 or 3 points.
That's crazy
this season.
Oh my goodness,
isn't that incredible? That shows you like the competition is just that much deeper.
Yeah. You guys look like you got the best point differential there, actually.
Yeah.
Looking at it, yeah. 50.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, but like, wow, it's crazy. Like, like if you look across the board here, looking at this, like points for versus points against, like the furthest away is what was that, like 14, 15 points from each other?
Yeah.
Right? So like you're looking at these games and they're like, man, they're relatively close.
Everything's close. Yeah. I know.
Everything is like extremely close.
I like it. I don't know. It's such a fun season.
It is very.
Shout out to all the players. Thank you for making this a fun season. It's been enjoyable to watch.
Love it.
Just from not a coaching standpoint, but just from enjoying the effort you guys are all putting in, and it's been really cool.
And so, like looking at this, we can look at even top defenses in the league, right? Maybe we'll start there. Just look at some of the defensive teams in their league. We're looking at so first up, you have the Lions.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, man, what do you think so far? Being, a Lions fan,
I gotta say,
how you feeling?
For me, it's an easy reason why they're top defense. Like Orion and Zyman are destroying it back there with rebounding.
Yeah.
And just watching those two go at it with the amount of rebounds they both get combined.
Beast.
Yeah. And I mean, Zach does a great job up top of shutting people down. Ethan Judd, man, he's surprising to me. Like, honestly, if there's a 6-man award, which there is, right?
Yeah.
Man, I really like him as a 6-man. Like he really, to me, like he comes in and he makes an impact.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but sorry to get off topic there.
It's
but
all good.
Defensively, I don't know. For me, it's easy reason why they're so strong. You guys are second, and I think that speaks for itself as your like team atmosphere.
Yeah,
that plays a huge part for that. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh man, well, my thoughts are, to be honest, like I think that I'm actually very impressed with the Lions, first of all, because when I watch their games, they're the lowest scoring games, and it's because of how they play defensively. Like even how they played against us, like they kept that game so low. Like it was 32-30.
Wow,
I can't believe we call that a low game this season.
Yeah,
because all the games are like 40, 50 points. You know what I mean? Like people are scoring very heavily in the season. So like for them to hold them back that much, doing something right. I think it's showing in that sense. Shout out to Coach Ortega out there,
man.
Holding it down for them this season. But yeah, again, you look at
and Coach Tyrese for
Coach
the midweek, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
He was intense, man. It was fun watching him coach.
Oh yeah, I actually really liked how he brought that. Like he brought the team, like kind of they had the energy in that. That was like it was really,
both of them taking, helping out on the Lions there, right? It's great to see because they both bring that energy, so it's fun to watch. Yeah,
it is fun. And then you got third. Obviously, you can't count out the Knights, reigning champions.
Never count out the Knights.
Reigning champions. And they just winning by the skin of their teeth.
But that seems to be their team. Like every time we play them, they just have this will to win that somehow gets them through everything. I don't know.
And Nathan came out at one point in that game there, and they held it down regardless. Yeah. Even he wasn't there, it was like they came together as a team.
Yeah,
and that's what I've been noticing lately with them is just that their team chemistry is starting to build too. In a way,
I think actually. Yeah,
we're noticing more than we've noticed before.
Yeah,
because when you watch, for instance, someone like Aaron. Which wasn't this week, but the week previous when Noah was absent.
Yeah.
And the way he played in that game.
Oh my goodness. He went
That was spectacular, man.
He went off. That first half.
Oh my goodness. I even
remember whoever was commentating was like, how many points does Aaron have? And I think in the first half there, I don't know if it was like 9 or something.
He had 10 in like the first, I don't know how much, like 10 minutes of the game.
10 minutes, yeah.
Something crazy like that.
It was crazy.
And he just was like...
He was going off. He was rebounding everything. Yep. Yeah, he had a blowout. That was a great game for him.
That was really great. I think that shows you what he can do.
Yeah.
Like, he can turn it up like that. You know, you can just turn up the knob. But then again, you were about to mention a certain
William
player.
Lewis, I know.
Yeah.
He, honestly, for me, last game, man, I don't know if I noticed him the other games.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
because he's new. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
So,
well, like, if he keeps playing like that, he's got Rookie of the Year clinched. Because that was incredible. His ball handling skills, he drove to the net and got a bucket. And then, obviously, the game winner, that wasn't the game winner, but that was so sweet.
Man, that whole game had everybody on their, like, off their seats, you know? Like, down to the final. Like, in that game, too, I think the Lions got themselves in the foul trouble early, and I think that for them kind of cost it at the end when you saw Zach getting fouled out of the game.
Yeah,
it made it a little difficult for them to recover from that.
Yeah.
You know, but man, they made it fun. It was entertaining.
It was a great game to watch. Man.
And let's talk about a few of these other teams here.
Yeah,
just from what we've seen so far. Like, you got the Giants here. That man, they're really in this. Like, if you look at them, they're the best offensive team in the league. Right now.
Wow! I did not notice that.
They're leading offensively right now.
That's hilarious
in the league.
Wow!
And so, you know, sometimes we've noticed that sometimes the best offensive team will be the worst defensive team, but that's not really their case here.
No,
they're kind of in the middle of the pack defensively, and they're actually on the top offensively.
Yeah,
which is showing us something that's actually scary. I feel like they haven't even come to themselves fully yet as a team. Jensen just came back. We got to see him those last 2 performances. We got to see him back on the court with that team. And man, what do you think about them so far?
Wow, man, I think so. This was was this not Jensen? Was it his
second game
back? Yeah. So I mean, you could see him really getting into the groove there too, and making an impact out there. They getting that win. I mean, that must feel on the uppity for them, and that's kind of where I feel like, you know, they've got so many weapons, but so do the Warriors. Like, goodness, that game was just one of a kind too. Like, that was a back and forth game, and actually, Noah Williams. That you know what, like, I think I always just kind of thought, like, you know, like, man, he's good, but like he's got something helping him too. Man, he really showed, like, he's got a lot of ability because he had a great game.
He had a great game.
And I think the humility portion of it, too, that he had in it was actually, for me, like, it kind of...
That's huge.
It was new to see that, you know? Like, and it was cool because it's like, that's where you notice growth in players, right? Like, is when they start... I think leadership weighs on you, right? And he can see that he's part of that leadership group. And so that was cool to watch him take that role. And
it's actually, you know what, when you say that now, it actually, like, I'm noticing that too with Noah Williams. Too, how he brings that. Yeah, exactly. Like, how he's been bringing that kind of like humility with his talent.
Yeah.
And it's coming out in the forefront too. And you've actually noticed that more. And when you look at the pieces that are around them, like, they have got a lot around them. Like, obviously, you can't, like, you know, Noah Holland. You know he can ball. And you know he's dominant. Like, one of the most dominant centers in the league this year, I would say.
Yeah.
Top 3, if anything. I don't know if that's
for sure.
debatable, but I'd say top 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if you look at some of the other pieces, like Chandra's a shooter. You know, we haven't seen him light it up yet, but he had that one game where I think it was the first game of the season where he had some good shots there.
Yeah.
And then you have Jordan, who's another rookie who's come in. He can show that he can ball too, and so just continue to see more from him. They got a lot of good surrounding pieces around them.
Oh, absolutely.
So the Giants too, right? Like Rafi.
Yeah.
He's one. He has had some breakout games last couple games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you recognize that.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like he came out the gates a little slow, but then he sort of picked it up.
Yeah. Well, you always gotta get your bearings in this league.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a bit different, right?
Different,
the competition every year is different, you gotta.
It is.
It's always an adjustment, no matter if you've played here before or not. You just gotta adjust to it. So
exactly. So it's really interesting, man. And then of course, now let's talk about the Flames because
they are just not catching a break. They're playing.
It's not like they're not playing
good.
well.
No, they're playing good. They're just they're playing good. Their
games are so close too.
Like you look at Nathan Lanning, like he was just doing so good, so many good shots, keeping them in it, and then it just wasn't going his way. You know, like 4 times he took a shot, like one after the after, and it bounced out. They got it back. He shot it again. It bounced out.
And they're accurate shots, dude. They're not like
it's not like they're air balls because they're grabbing the rebounds because they're hitting the rim, coming right back to him. So I feel bad because it's like they just need a break, you know. Like they do. But at the same time, saying that, look at where they ended up last season. You know. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like, oh, we're not doing well, and then you make it to the finals.
That's incredible, man.
So
I think they're the first 5th seed to ever make it to the finals.
Yeah. So I
no
mean,
one's ever done
really, the regular season it matters, but it doesn't. What matters about it most, I think, is your team chemistry. If you can really get that down pat. Yeah. For the final, for like the playoffs, that's what matters most.
Exactly.
You know, like positioning, it's something to be said, but at the same time, if you can, work out your kinks in your team
to upset the number 1 seed, it's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Big deal.
Finish second. You can't be mad about that.
I mean,
it's upsetting, but it's
you got a silver medal on your shelf now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty big, and I think that's Nathan's second silver medal, to be honest, because he came second back in our first season as CYPL.
Yeah.
So
talking about them, Ashton had a huge game.
Wow.
Right? Huge game. Didn't he get like
22 points, man.
Yeah,
that was huge. And I was against True North, which is my team, right?
He's sitting 5 for points per game.
He's in my opinion, when we look at most improved player.
Yeah. He's got to be up in that.
You can't ignore this. Yeah. This is unreal. He's almost doubled his amount of points. I think he has doubled his amount of points last season. Almost.
That's wild, man.
I think he averaged like maybe 7 or 8 points last season a game.
Yeah, he was down the list. That's
so to go from that to 15 points a game so far?
Yeah. Wow.
And then Nathan Lang's not far behind. He's averaging 14.3.
I know. And that's where you see they've got good shooters and they've got good pieces, obviously. It just worked.
Damien too. Damien's a big man.
Isaiah.
That's one piece that I think for them is going to come in.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to talk about him yet because he hasn't been there. He was injured for 2 weeks. But with him coming back, I think last game he was still trying to get his bearings and start to feel out his rhythm. Yeah. With him coming in, there's a lot of things everybody's seen in a draft combine. Like in a draft combine, he had a lot to give.
Yeah.
And you saw it in draft combine. And so now I think with Trevor coming back in 2 weeks to coach them, and with Isaiah coming back, I think that this team is just waiting for that breakthrough. I think they could be like the Lions were last season, man.
Yeah, you think they come back?
I think it could be. They have. It's not like they have a bad squad. They got a good squad.
No, they've got a good squad.
It really could happen too.
Is this? Am I looking at the games right here? This is what's going to be for the next, not the next one, but the one after, right? Warriors and Flames. Is that right?
Yeah. So we got Warriors and Flames. I believe that's the first game up, and then it's Giants and the
Knights.
The Knights rematch.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
North and Lions.
True North and Lions also rematch.
Wow. So I mean, Flames going against the Warriors there. So it does kind of remind me of our season because that's what happened to us. We were in 6 and we just started climbing the ladder of people we needed to beat to take their spot, right?
Yeah.
So they have that opportunity now to go. I mean, they win, and if they do it right, they could have the better point percentage there take Warriors' spot, right? And so there's tons of possibilities here for them to move up, and I think it's always about keeping your attitude right. And I believe, even spiritually, as we talk about things, right? Like that's what God wants from us. If we have that thankful heart, if He can trust us in little things, there's that He will lift us up in those times, right? So I feel like the Flames, don't get down, guys. Keep it up. Exactly. You can definitely have a comeback here for sure.
Yeah, I think exactly like you're saying. Like if they are like in the position, like being thankful and being faithful with where they're at too as a team. Yeah. Because I think faithfulness also means like when you're in it as a team, like I'm not gonna like complain.
Yes.
Or I'm not gonna blame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that can become a thing too. Like
it's bad.
It's like I'm gonna blame someone, or I'm gonna blame something instead of like, no, you know what? I'm gonna be faithful.
Yeah.
Just team that I'm on. Yeah. And be faithful in the process.
Yeah.
And continue to play for the glory of God.
Amen.
And I think in that, if we can continue to see that in that place, any team that I think plays from that place, from that heart, you'll see the unity come alongside of that immediately. Yeah. And then you will see the rest of that come up to shine.
So true. Well, and it's easy to be discouraged, right? And
it is.
I played on a team. We went like in soccer one year, we went undefeated, right? And then the next year, we lost one game near the start of the season, and our whole team exploded because they weren't used to losing anymore, right? Yeah, so yeah. I think that's the thing is like, you need to just stay, like you said, true to each other and true to yourself. That it's not anybody else's fault.
Yeah,
I gotta work as hard as I can work, and if I do that, and if everyone on my team does that, we're gonna win.
That's the key,
right? So
that's the key there. So, man, it's exciting. I'm excited. Just as we looked across the board there, and we got to see. We're seeing already. We're about to hit the halfway point of the season. Wow. So, like, there's so many things that can happen. Just like last season, man. How many things changed?
I know. We were so off. Our prediction. I feel like at least our predictions this year are pretty close because we both had Lions, True North, and Knights in the top three. Or no, I think you put Giants above.
I put Giants there. I did put Giants there. I would say I put Giants as third.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, you put Knights. You put Knights as fourth.
No, actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I think Giants were second or third. I can't remember. They're third. I'm pretty sure they're third.
Oh yeah, I think you did True North, Giants, Lions, then Knights.
Yep. Okay.
So like, it's funny. Look how like even this
still,
season,
like, they're fourth right now. But
I mean, it's interesting.
I think I'm personally still sticking with that pick though. Yeah, I feel like Knights. Except the only thing I might change is the Knights. That'd be the only thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect them to play and still be so together. But what I didn't take into account was their team chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
Which is there.
I didn't expect it either.
I didn't.
They're actually doing so much better.
They're doing a lot better than what I thought.
They're doing great.
Which, I mean, how could you underestimate the reigning champions like that?
Yeah. Was it 2 games ago that Sam got a bucket?
Yeah. Oh, man, that was actually really cool.
That was so cool.
It was last game. It was the game before this game.
Yeah, the game before this game. Yeah. I was so impressed, man. We didn't get the opportunity to talk about that, obviously. But I was just like, man, he actually, like, there was it was a contested shot.
Yeah, it was a contested shot. And he was confident. He just put it up.
It was amazing.
It was really, really, really awesome to see.
And was it his brother this game that stole it from Zach?
I think so.
I couldn't stop laughing, man. Zach, awesome. No offense, but that was awesome to see. So I just thought that was great because you know what? It's great to see them improving, right?
Yeah, it is.
That was so like even talking from that aspect for the Knights, they're actually they. It's not like
Valerie's showing how good Valerie is.
As a coach, yeah.
Like the back-to-back like coaches award, I think is actually warranted when you look at the way she's bringing her teams.
Yeah. Oh, it's working. Yeah, the team's working good. You can see 3-0 so far.
It's crazy.
It's a good season for them, and I mean a very like you can't say their team's stacked.
Nope.
Like you're looking at it and you're going,
you cannot.
You're looking at it thinking they should have lost a few times already. And they just keep breaking through. So it's
because there's a next man up mentality. I'm noticing that with them.
Yes,
it's like, okay, so and so is down. All right, next man up.
Yeah,
and they actually kind of take and fulfill that role, as
they do
with Aaron.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that is obviously a common example, right? But you watch that and we keep seeing it again and again.
Well, even with William Lewis and Noah, they Noah but when Nathan went out there, you had Noah Smith and William Lewis kind of picking up and making sure there wasn't any lack. Right. Yeah. So
Noah Smith played a great second half in that game.
Great game. Fantastic. He's also a great rebounder as well. So I mean, that was actually the game I was kind of looking forward to seeing if Orion was going to have some difficulty rebounding against Noah, because Noah's impressive with getting up there as well. And I mean, it was more challenging for him, but he still got the job done. That's for sure.
That's crazy. Yeah. Man. So now we've got we have some few options to see here for a number of things. I want to look at kind of like overall right now. Who would you say is going to be in that, like, on that all-star team? If you had to pick your all-stars right now.
How many do we got to pick?
You got 8 per team.
8 per team.
So that's 16 players on a team. We got some on this list here, but you can put some that aren't on this list here. This is not everything, right?
Right.
And it's also voted by the players, too.
Right. So,
yeah.
Oh.
You don't have to say all of them, but just you can pick out some that you think.
Yeah.
Like the Allen roster from
the Allen roster. Oh man.
Will look like.
Well, I think obviously I got Nathan Kuru on there. I've Aiden. He's impressed me this season. I mean, actually, I guess rookie of the season's got it. Goodness, the guys tied. Him and Nathan are tied for points per game. Yep. So I mean,
17.7 points a game.
It almost feels like he isn't a rookie. That's kind of the problem here, right? He's just dominating, and he's doing very well. Him and Liam are playing well together. And Liam's noticing, obviously, like I know they're friends, but like he obviously realizes Aiden's ability to just get to the basket and get it in. So he's deferring to him, which is it's cool to see that leadership and that ability from Liam to not be selfish and be like, oh, well, I want to have good numbers,
But I think
he just wants to win.
Exactly. But that's what won him the Playmaker Award.
Right.
When he won that Playmaker Award, it was based off of testament that he gets his team involved. You know what I mean? Like, he actually gets his team involved.
For sure.
And there's a really cool, I was going to talk about this later, but the pass that he made to Jamoy, which shout out to Jamoy hitting that bucket, that crucial bucket for True North.
Yeah.
But he had that rip around, like, pass that went through like 3 defenders over to the other side of the court where Jamoy was, and nobody saw it coming because nobody was anywhere near Jamoy.
Oh, yeah, man. No, it was great. It was good.
So, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, but talking about those 16, I mean, this list is pretty accurate to what I would say. I mean, like, I do Nathan, I do Aiden, Zach, Jensen, Ashton. They're all great, right? Noah Hall and Noah Smith.
It's going to be a crazy All-Star game, I'll tell you.
It's going to be hard to vote this top 16, really.
Yeah.
I think so. There's a lot of great players.
There's a lot.
Like,
it's going to be
16. What do we have here? 15?
You have 15 on this list.
And I feel like there's players on here that are going to, that are not on this list that are just getting better and better that deserve an all-star spot, but it's going to be a fight for it. It's going to be which is actually interesting. I don't think has it ever been like
it's always been
kind of like there's the top 10 for sure, but then
the other ones it's kind of like votes.
Debatable, right? But like this one, it's like it's debatable, but in another aspect. Like it's like debatable, like, well, who's actually way better? Like it's not. It's a hard conversation to have. And Dante had a great game.
Who? Dante?
Yeah.
He
had a great game.
Oh man, 18 points in that game.
Great game.
He really
looked like himself for
sure. He did.
Yeah.
He's getting Dante comfortable. We saw 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, he's getting very comfortable again. I think meshing well with the team that he has, and so that it's
It's really going together. It's really coming together. And I think Chandra said it in his interview too. He said he really likes his team chemistry.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to Simba.
Right.
You gotta shout out to Simba, Coach Simba, who's really, really helping to bring that team together.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see like the Warriors might have a breakthrough this season. They have never made it past the semifinals. Kind of the same situation as True North. I mean, True North as CYBL. True North as YD Youth Basketball won the championship.
Right.
Back when we were YD Youth Basketball. As CYBL, True North has never made it past the semifinals. And the same story goes for the Warriors.
Wow.
Only 2 teams to never do it. Right?
Oh,
so like
that's rough.
It could be the breakthrough. Who knows what happens? But
and you know who else had a good game? Sorry for the Warriors. Was Achilles.
Achilles on the Giants, you mean?
Or Giants? Sorry.
Yeah. A lot of players.
There's so many players. Again, this is 6 teams here. But yeah, no, he had a. Sorry, did we say Giants?
Yeah, we said Giants.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For the Giants, and he had a great game.
His brother and him both.
Yeah, they both had a great game, and so, I mean,
their team chemistry is.
It's really they're blending very well as well. Like that whole team, the Giants, and like you said, just a shout out to all the coaches.
That's Coach Maria right there.
They're all having a great effect on their teams, and you can see it, right? And it's been a very clean season so far. Like so,
it's really good to see. So let's go back to we talked about the duos.
Yes,
talked about the duos. We talked about who we thought were the top duos in the league, and now that we've gotten to see some of it,
I'm gonna go Liam and Aiden are for sure top for me. I don't think I've actually seen any other like strong duos. I think there's strong other players, but no people like actually that are kind of that's my go-to guy.
Like feeding off of each other.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no energy kind of like increasing off that guy.
Off that guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Maybe
think
Ashton and Nathan though.
You know what? They would be my close second for sure.
Like if you look at it, and then if you look at their stat line, like together, they're almost averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. Well, and that is true because they're going to each other. So I can agree with that one. Otherwise, like Jensen and there's Jensen, Hudson, and Rafi, right? So like. I don't think it's like Jensen and Hudson. I don't think it's Jensen and Rafi. Like I think there's so much talent interspersed there that like it's hard to say whether there's a duo actually forming there.
Though what I noticed, this is what I can say about Hudson.
Right.
If we have to talk about, this is a good topic. Let me just swing to this real quick. Let's talk about most clutch players in the league.
Okay.
Most clutch players right now.
Oh, sorry, I'm touching the mic here. Sorry.
It's all good. I have to put, Hudson's on that list because he hits big buckets, man.
Right.
Like, even when he played against us in game 1, right? Even though they lost that game.
Yeah.
He was hitting buckets that were crazy. And then if you look at this last game, he closed out the game. Game 3, he closed it out. He had a good three-pointers in that last stint in the game to close it out. And I think his second half together was like 12 points in the second half or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, again, he's somebody I think on like could be on the top of the list for clutch players.
Right.
Who else would you put on that
list? Zach had a clutch last game.
Oh, Zach.
They were losing by like almost 10 points.
I know.
And he comes off the bench, hits the first bucket, like he drives in and lays it up. I think he did a fadeaway or something. A sweet shot.
Yeah.
And then he hits 2 3-pointers in a row. I mean, prior to that, it was very inconsistent. Like that first half. That second half, when he
talked to me.
Did he?
He actually talked to me. He said he came over to me at the half.
Yeah.
Actually, after his halftime huddle, and he told me, he's like, man, like, I really in that first half, I don't know what was going on, man. I got to start making some threes in the second half. I don't know what was going on in this first half. And then all of a sudden he comes out and it's like, oh, bang, bang, bang. I'm like,
there was only like, I think it was like 5 minutes, or like there was maybe 3 minutes, and he comes out and brings the game back to a tie. and then gets them up in the lead. Like, I don't know, man. That was clutch.
That was clutch.
It's unfortunate they didn't win. That was,
you got fouled out.
Yeah. Seriously. But it's like, I don't know. That was clutch, man. That was intense.
That's very clutch.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Is there anybody else you would say is clutch?
I think Nathan Lanning is. I think like he puts it on when he like when if you wanted to put it into someone's hands, I'd put it in his hands because like he does have that kind of killer. Ashton, no. Yeah, Ashton as well, but I think Nathan just got like this killer instinct at the end.
He does. His shot is just so crisp.
It is, yeah. It is very.
The way his form, just the way he shoots, it's just like wow.
Well, we haven't seen more of it yet, but hey, William Lewis hit that. The buzzer beater that didn't count. But man, hey, if he hits any more like that,
I know.
he's
gonna be clutch.
that blew my mind. Man. It was a scramble, and then he picks it up and boom, 3-point.
I know. Everybody was gonna go wild. The whole gym would have exploded. If there was no foul, the gym would have exploded. It would have exploded.
Oh.
At 10:30 at night, the gym's exploding, bro. I'm telling you.
That was awesome. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. But yeah, Liam always Liam always got that.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been like that.
What if he's got to drive it or take a shot?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter either way.
Even if he wasn't having a good game, he's always been able to just make sure to get the job done.
Yeah. He's that kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
He's like a blue collar worker on the court.
Yeah. He for sure is.
Yeah. I mean, I do
humble and that does his job. Make sure it gets done. Doesn't matter if things aren't working out at the start. He'll make sure at the end it's done.
Exactly. That's so true.
So
true. I don't know how much more time we got here.
Okay, yeah.
But I want to go one more topic. Maybe we'll go into something else. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about, we talked about this briefly, most dominant players. I know there's no award for this, but we just want to talk about
We should make an award for this. There's got to be an award for this. This is a dominant season, man.
It is a dominant season. It is a dominant season.
You got a lot of dominant people right now. Goodness. You got Noah Holland, you got Jensen, and you got Orion.
It's crazy.
You got a lot of people.
I think we got to start putting. I know we haven't given him any recognition yet. He's on my team, Riam.
Yeah.
His rebounding.
Yeah.
All right. Like we don't like True North doesn't survive unless he rebounds the ball.
Yeah.
Like as much as he has. You know, really our rebounders are him and Aiden. They're rebounding the most.
Yeah.
Aiden's just got a hop that's just crazy.
For sure.
But Riam's got a big body and he boxes out and he grabs his rebound. He puts it back. Like it's just that's somebody else I would just put.
No, for sure. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
But top three. Let's do top three.
Top three. Oof. I don't know. Jensen's got to be my number one. Then I'd go Orion and then Noah Holland.
Yeah.
I think Orion's, and he's just going to keep getting more and more, I think.
You can't.
Hey, you know what's going to be the best is when we see him and Jensen go at it.
I'm actually really excited to see that game.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see it. I know it's coming soon.
It'll be interesting to see if one of them fouls out.
Going
at it with each other. Yeah, exactly, man. Because you can tell there's gonna be some bodying going on there.
Well, that almost happened between Noah and Jensen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I know they're friends too.
Yeah,
so
exactly. That's what kept it cool. But hopefully, in the interest of just playing Orion, and Orion's very calm guy, and so is Jensen.
But when it comes to grabbing the ball, man,
he doesn't care who he's messing with.
He does not care.
Yeah,
he is right in.
So I think that will determine for me who the most dominant player is when you see those two go at it.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Eh?
It will be. It's gonna be.
When's that coming up? Not obviously the next one, but maybe the one after. You think?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have to check the schedule and see that.
Yeah,
they can check the schedule too online if they want. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. Yeah. I'm liking what I'm seeing this season.
Yeah,
it seems very exciting. I'm wondering if we should do any predictions.
See where? Well, I know we've landed well with our predictions.
What is our predictions at right now for like what we?
Well, as far as top 5 scorers, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Except for Ashton. Ashton's
well, that's what I mean. Yeah, so we we've got 4 of them in there that so that's not bad, that's better than all of our Nathan, other predictions Aiden, and stuff.
Zach, Jensen,
yeah,
and then Ashton. That's top 5 right there.
Top 5, yeah. So
and if you go top 10, you got Noah Holland, Noah Smith, man, all the Noahs, man,
taking over.
The crazy, all Noahs are in the top 15.
Yeah,
isn't that wild?
Wow, that's hilarious.
That's great. Well, almost all the Noahs are in the top 15.
Yeah.
And then you've got you got Noah Smith, and you got Nathan Landing, and you got Hudson, right? So wow, it's crazy, man. Good.
Yeah, so I don't know if we're doing predictions. I don't know. Top 5 scorers, I'm still sticking with Nathan, Aiden, Zach, Jensen. But I don't know who my 5th pick is anymore. I don't know. Ashton, so many people have showed up, and we said this would happen.
Yeah,
we knew this would happen.
We have more players averaging double digits than I think we've had in a long time.
Yeah, this is a high scoring season.
It's just if you look at all of those that are in double digits right now, there's what is that? There are 12 players right now in the top 15. They're all averaging double digits.
Wow. It's pretty, that's impressive.
You know what I mean? It's very, very, very intense all the way through, man.
Yeah.
So
that 5th place spot, I mean, everything's contested here for the top 5 scorers, so I really don't know.
Who do you think, last question, I think, who do you think's the underdog this season? The underdog this season that could come out as one of the top seeds by the end of the season?
I mean, obviously, Giants are sitting middle pack, but I think they could come out top. I think, and I don't know. To me,
that's what that would be my prediction.
They would, I don't know. I feel like they could climb that ladder real fast.
I think so.
They're just meshing together so well right now that. That's why I feel like this week off is going to be interesting.
It's going to be real. Coaches are going to decide what they do. They're going to do some
practices. Practice is key.
During this time. Unfortunately, I can't because I'm going away.
Oh.
But I'll be back to get one. I'm going to get practicing before we start.
He's looking to lose the 2nd place,
No. I'll be back for a practice the week I get back. Everybody know that. If you're True North, you know that.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yep. It's going to be a good end. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun end to this season. The latter half will be fun to watch, to just see how this all plays out.
Yeah. The competition
I'm excited.
Is fierce, man. So, anyways, guys, well, we're glad you joined us again for another CYBL today. We look forward to seeing you back again, to tune into our games coming up again in the next week. Not this Friday coming up, but the one after that Friday, we'll be back with some more CYBL action. And we'll you stay tuned for seeing us back here on CYBL today, as we always got some up to date, intriguing stuff to talk about to get you guys going and get you guys talking as well. So, anyways, we love you guys. God bless, and remember that God is greater.
Amen.
Take care.